Be right back, guys. Be right back, guys. Alright, guys. Thank you for being patient with me. It is hot as hell outside and humid, and I had to wake up first. I didn't sleep last night, so I'll work tonight again. But I was exhausted all day. So anyway, let's get started here. Hi, my name is Daryl Phillips, owner of Normal G Gaming, and what we do here is listen to you talk. If you're in Texas right now, you know what I'm talking about. It is hot as hell. It's humid. It's awful. I hope you're staying hydrated and stuff because it's awful. But I wanted to. Oh, Lori, I want to show you something real quick. 1 second, Lori. Okay, that man, Dave Miller, he was the head of Apologetics Press, and he has a bachelor's degree, or should be a doctor's degree in language and communication. But he teaches apologetics and Christian defense. He is going around the country right now, talking about the founding fathers and teaching preachers how to care about this country more than as much as we were a people back in the day that wanted to break out from Britain because of the oppression. We were also godly people, okay? And he talks about that and how atheists are trying to hide those things and so forth and so on. So anyway, my daddy went to school with him. So he's one of those good men that you can trust, and he is very knowledgeable in the Word of God, just like my daddy is. So, but anyway, let me read that book though. I think Sophia brought that home for me, so let me read that book first, and I'll let you borrow it, Lori. But I don't really have a subject matter so much as I just kind of want to get some thoughts off my head. Today, like I said, I was tired. It is exhausting weather we're in, and I was listening to all sorts of YouTube things like that. But I talked to Denise this morning, or for a while this morning anyway, and one thing I vented out to her was that I can't tell you guys everything that I go through at all times because it's not useful. Only my closest friends know exactly what goes on here to an exact T anyway. But Denise knows that I'm getting to my wit's end about being called names from people that don't even know me. Without going into detail, I've got personal situations that are going on with my family, and specifically my cousin. And I am so heartbroken for my cousin. I really am. That's an awful situation she's having to go through, and I pray for her. And Christy, if you see this, I want you to know. I want you to know I'm praying for you. I know you don't believe in prayer. I get it, but I do. And I'm going to try to do my best to help you, Christy, get through this time. So, just a personal note there. Yeah, Lori, I want you to. And more than that, what I would love for you to do, at some point, I would love for me and you to get together. Let's open this book. Let's get into the Bible, and we can actually study the Bible together with this, if you wouldn't mind. Same thing with anybody else who wants to do this with me. That's how you study. You get down into the Word and you study it. You don't just don't just leave it to your own devices because you might interpret it wrong, right? So anyway, I was thinking about history, to be honest with you. I love history, as you guys know, and I just kind of wanted to do some things that, we can learn with everything that goes on within this world. Sometimes it is so confusing on how we're even supposed to be able to get through this, okay? I mean, what do you want us to do, Daryl? Do you want us to fight? Well, not yet. But yeah, mentally, argument, defending the truth. Yeah, don't be a coward. You're not any use to anybody. My God, look at this. I'm having shit fog over and everything. But I was thinking about, I do a lot of, I love history because a lot of people don't realize how valuable and how intertwined language is to history. A lot of people know history is a part of language and vice versa, but they don't know that it's like a marriage, really. And so one of the things that I try to discuss with people, that I try to teach people from history, stuff about now, is I want you to understand the human lives involved, okay? That there are lessons in everything, okay? There are things you can learn, like take King Saul. King Saul is the very first, like literally you can diagnose King Saul in the Bible. He's the very first historical example of bipolar disorder. Okay? Like psychologists find it a fascinating read. Even if they don't believe in God, they find it a fascinating read because bipolar disorder isn't new. Okay? Yeah, that would be pretty cool, right, Dwan? But learning things like that is awesome. One of Sophia's favorite books, I honestly, because I'm not a big fan of the medical field and stuff, and that's just not my forte. Sophia loves Leviticus. I find that some of the most driest reading on the planet, but she's a nurse and she loves that kind of stuff. All right, and so she showed me all sorts of different kind of stuff. But the most fascinating part about learning things like that from the Bible and learning the little gold pieces of gold that are in there all the time, is you can learn so much. You really can. About people's way they reacted, how God thought of them. There should be no mistaking when you're reading history like this. If you take God out of history, you might as well just not read it, in my opinion. But it's okay. I mean, not everybody believes in God, whatever. I'm telling you from a Christian perspective, you cannot take God out of it. You cannot take certain things out of history because it's like taking out a kidney out of a patient at the hospital. They need the kidney. At least replace the damn thing. You know what I mean? See, like, I'm going to be starting several channels. Okay? Several more channels than I already have. All right? One of the channels is going to be an education channel. And the specific subjects I'll be teaching is history, history of peoples, history of things, of even governments. The reason being is because the reason why you end up, that's right, Dwana. I like that. Oh God, I've completely lost my train of thought. Oh, so there's going to be a couple subjects taught on, like, so for example, the one that's specifically dedicated to education, this is the things that I'm going to be teaching on. History, people, cultures, language, but not, I'm not going to teach you a language, but I'm going to teach you the history of languages, why that's important. The history of religion and where they came from, where did paganism come from, that kind of thing. Philosophies, modern and ancient. Teaching the different philosophies that people have had over the centuries, in opposition to what we know to be God. Okay, I'm going to be teaching critical thinking. Now, there's a couple things about this one. And by the way, a lot of those subjects I just talked about can be taught through video gaming. That's KFE. So, for example, when I teach how to play Total War, I can be able to teach history and critical thinking at the same time, and you're none the wiser, right? God, it's so nasty out here. And so I'm gonna have multiple channels for this. I think when you add knowledge together and you don't just leave it separate, it's like some sort of separate subject, you will learn better in all sorts of situations. Okay? So, for example, am I going to teach you how to be homeless? No. However, I can teach you about survival. I can teach you about the thought process. When you see something, how is your eyes processing that thought into your head? Again, another that's one of those subjects that can also go on my on the KFE, because what I teach you in the classroom you can apply to a video game, and thus you can apply it to your life. So, for example, if you're sneaking up with one of your assassins, okay, and let's say Bayek, so you got him in Assassin's Creed, and you're sneaking up him, and you're about to take this base. Instead of running in there, bum rushing the place, you could do that. So many people do. I use it as a moment to practice my skill. It's no different than a reality out in real life. Okay? I need to practice at all times, all of these different things. Okay? Y'all, I think I'm going to step out for 1 minute. 1 minute, please. Give me patience. My eyeballs are hurting. This sun isn't helping me. Sorry, guys. God damn. Alright, I'll be back in 1 minute, okay? Be patient. Talk amongst yourself, okay? That's true, Denise, and that's why I want to do it. I think. Uh, Here's and looked up the word museum. Yes, I do believe. Yeah, museum. Yeah, yeah. Just like the word mausoleum too. Mausoleum. Mausoleum comes from the man, a man's name. Actually, believe it or not. Yeah, I wish it was winter here. So okay, something I discussed with Denise today. I want to discuss with you guys real quick. Like I said, I'm not. There's not really a subject matter today. I'm just giving you my daily thoughts. So why didn't I get any sleep? Last night's live was great. Well, because sometimes I will sit outside and I do a lot of critiquing of myself. That's just what God is. Now, see, hey Denise, do you know how? Love you, brother. Thank you for quoting that out of some. Where'd you get that from, Dwan? Because I know you didn't get that from your head. Anyway, okay, so check it out. So last night I worked for about 2 a.m. All right, got some work done, whatever. But a lot of times what ends up happening is I go outside and I will critique myself. Yeah, it's the point of no distractions, and you kind of don't get less distractions than. Now, hey Dwan, how much of that do you think I have in my head? Now, I don't have that exact thing, but I'll if I were to look up something like that, Dwan, I would have to look it up one time, and then all you'd have to do is just tell it to me. I gotta work on all y'all's critical thinking. You can't always, if you don't have access to a book or the way to look up something, you've got to keep it in your head. Well, that's kind of why I'm here, but you can't always rely on my head either. But anyway, just you guys got to work on memorizations a little bit better. All of you guys do it. You guys always have to look up stuff. You don't always have access to information. You don't always have access to those books. Just food for thought. That's why I'm trying to help you guys improve your mind and the way you deal with it. You know what I mean? But anyway, but it's not a negative critique. It's just something to think about, that nobody here. Look at the way Dwan said that. Nobody thought that was you. Love you, brother. Now, if you asked Dwan to talk about WWE, he can do that all day long. Like we said, you can't help it. It's okay. It's fine. You just work on it, Dwan. So anyway, this morning, so I did my work, and I did some work. Oh, by the way, Denise got to see me do some work today. She actually got to see how I put some of those words up and things like that for my videos. She thought that was kind of cool, but so no, has nothing to do with age, Lori. Has to do with practice. Nothing to do with age. That excuse is what it is. It's an excuse. Oh no, Dwan, I understand your excuse, but age isn't an excuse. Unless you have Alzheimer's, age is not an excuse. It's not. It's laziness, straight up. It's like Dave Ramsey says. Dave Ramsey is 63 years old and always learns. Does that mean your memory is going to always be intact and 100% as you get older? No, you always will lose that eventually. Okay, right? Think about that. Y'all act like Dwan's birthday is coming up. Okay, Dwan's my age. Dwan has a legitimate excuse for not having a good memory. He has cerebral palsy. None of the rest of you guys don't. You guys, if you read enough, it will stick in your skull. Okay? It's not old age. It's also how you use it. That whole thought, like my family does that a lot. They'll be like, well, how can I remember all that? How can you remember all that? The same way I do. Sunday, by the way. What? Every day. Sunday what? That's right. Like, you know what? Okay, this actually ties into what I was thinking about this morning. So this morning, I get up I didn't go to bed, and I worked about 2 o'clock in the morning. And Tanya went to bed, and oh yeah, some fat guy's birthday's on Sunday, y'all. I've no idea who that is. Hey, so Dwight, are you coming over for sure Tuesday? If you're coming over for sure on Tuesday, we'll have your birthday, and me and you will have a Facebook Live so everybody here can punch you in the face on for your birthday. Yes, Lori. Dwan's birthday is coming up on the 25th, on Sunday, and he'll be 40. He'll be 46 first. I told you, Sean just turned 46. Sean was the first. Dwan's next. He'll turn 46. And I'm going to turn 46 on January 7th. All 3 of us. It's pretty kind of neat. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Check this out. So this morning, I did some contemplating on things, on my message specifically. And I need y'all to listen to this, really. One thing that I make sure... don't tell him happy early birthday. Tell him happy birthday on Sunday. He don't get no privileges. He's fat. Fat people don't get no privileges. Fatty. Slap the taste out of that man's mouth. I love that brother. That's my brother. I'm just messing with him. But anyway, check this out. So, okay. I want you to understand how much that I do. I sit here and I think about what's the best way to get a certain message that I want to get to you guys. Is it going to take more than one live, or is it going to take more than one video to get the message across? Because right, not fast, which means that just because I start talking about something doesn't mean I'm done talking about it. I may start to talk about it to get you guys, just start to feed you guys a little information, and then we continue on the conversation as we go along, right? One of the jobs of a teacher is to make sure that they get that information out to the people that's learning properly. One of the reasons why I don't really like classroom settings isn't because I think it's a wrong way to do it. It's because it's not how I do it. I just think that one-on-ones are more effective. So the way I would teach Dwan is different than the way I would teach Sophia, and so forth, and so on. Why is that important? Because it shows the individuality of the person instead of the people. Americans don't do the people. We do the person. Okay? So, I was thinking about some of the things that people Yeah, that's right, Dwan. I was thinking about the way what people say about me sometimes. I normally don't get offended by people. Like when I get attacked for something or whatever. But what does bother me is when I it's like I do this, don't get paid. Yeah, Dwan. Okay, so the thing is, it depends on what kind of subject I'm talking about. Okay, but I get accused of all sorts of things. I get called and told, and it's been like this literally all my life. I don't understand it. I was venting this morning to Sophia about this very subject. It doesn't hurt my feelings, really. It's very frustrating to be called a tyrant, or to be called a narcissist. And usually the people that call me that can't even tell me what the definition is. How am I being a narcissist? They can't even tell you. Here's what I know, and you be the judge for this. I don't know a single person that's narcissistic that does things for free. I don't know anyone who is narcissistic and serves people. I don't know anybody who's narcissistic that can ever take advice. And I don't mean maybe a couple times. I mean ever. Because narcissists think it's got to be their way or the highway. Well, my God, haven't you guys been learning? I could not have changed my life without having to listen to Sophia. When she first met me, ask her. I couldn't even handle a critique. But I listened anyway. And I would slowly change over time. But it got me to thinking about my defense against this thought process. Because you guys know the story about when I was a kid. If you don't, I'll tell it to you again. You know, when I was a kid, I used to raise my hand in class. I used to be excited about going to school, about learning, about knowing the answers to the question. And I always knew the answers to the question. Until finally I got ridiculed so badly that I stopped raising my hand and I never did it again. That's part of the reasons why it took me a long time to understand that aspect of me, of how smart I am. That's why I react to people now that call me arrogant. Because I don't look at that comment any different than you teasing me about raising my hand in class. I'm sorry that I know a lot of answers. I'm sorry that I'm smart. I'm sorry, not sorry. I am. Because it causes problems. You know, like if you ask me a question and I'm able to answer that question, and then I go on and you ask me another question, I'm able to answer that question. Eventually, what inevitably happens is the person goes, well, you're Mr. Know-It-All. Get the fuck out of here, dude. You asked me the question, and now you're mad because I can answer all of them. Sounds like just old-fashioned green-faced jealousy. That's what it sounds like. When it's, and I don't know why it happens. It doesn't matter why it happens. It does happen. It's happened all my life. But I was thinking about this last night. I was thinking about how frustrated I get because it's not like y'all are here and y'all see what goes on. So I can't expect you to understand everything. Okay? But it is very frustrating to be called certain names now. It's like, dude. It's like several times I've been told that well, Daryl, you only think about yourself. I only think about myself. I don't even own a car. I don't make money doing this. Y'all, I think about myself, yeah, because that's what I do. It's 100 degrees outside. It's humid as hell. And I had to stay in the house all day. Because I can't go out. But I'm selfish. I'm self-centered. It's like I told Denise this morning, if I was really truly that way, I would go do my own thing, learn graphics design. Tanya can teach me all sorts of different things. I'd go follow that career, and I would tell you guys to go F yourself. I've changed my life. What about you? I've changed my life. I know who I am. No, I don't. I do this because it's right, not because I'm self-centered. There's plenty of better ways to be self-centered, by the way, just so you know. I know, right? I mean, Dwan, but I still get called it. You know, Dwan, do you know why Dwan laughs at that, y'all? It's because to him, it's so wholly unbelievable. And I don't know, man. It's a strange thing to me because it happens all the time. Just like Dwan gets called dumb, and it's this selfishness, this jealousy that happens with some people, you know, and the only way to counter it is just be you. No one's ever going to get me to stop raising my hand in class if you follow my meaning. So, but that's why I was up this morning, just thinking on my life. And, you know, if you guys ever have problems where, like, you have problems sleeping, just contemplate on your life. Think about things like that. Don't let it eat you up inside. I will never let something like that eat me up inside. But I'm going to let you guys go here. I told you this wasn't going to be a serious one today. It's too hot to have it be serious, to be honest with you. But tomorrow's Wednesday. Tomorrow's hump day. I hope you guys are getting through your week. You know, I want to leave you guys with this thought for the day. As you guys lay your head down, think about the progress that you're making through this week. Think about the progress that you're making through this month, so forth and so on. And you will see change. You will see change. Right? Yeah, that's right, Dwan. So, I'm gonna let y'all go. I love y'all. Be safe when you're traveling. Be safe when you get there. Be aware of your surroundings, in other words. Be understanding of one another, not just from your perspective, but from theirs. And be understanding that you are not God. That you don't run everything. You can't run everything. It's not possible. You're human. Remember, life is fleeting. You're not promised your next breath. You're just not. So take now to go outside your box and learn something new. You never know what you might find. Until tomorrow, may the Lord light guide you in all things. Goodbye.